Hello there, my name is Japheth Mast, and welcome to the Make Life Awesome podcast. I'm the Ex-Amish photographer with the funny name and the crazy hair, but trust me, there's a whole lot more to me than just that. In this podcast, I really hope to show you my heart more than what's in my head, because that's where all the really beautiful stuff is. I'm so glad you're here. Let's jump in to learning together what it looks like to make life awesome. Welcome to another episode of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed that lovely beatboxing from yours truly. Anyway, here we are. Welcome back. Glad you stuck around. I am your host, Japheth Mast. Welcome to another episode of the show. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoyed that little spontaneous intro. I'm working on my beatboxing skills, and that's mostly a joke, so don't believe too much of what I'm saying. But it's fun. And today I want to chat about this thing of living according to our feelings versus living according to truth. Or truth could be said as core values or principles. But I think we're seeing a lot of weird and confusing stuff in the world today where people are changing their lives based only on their feelings and what feels good in the moment, in the short term, in the present, and it's creating some really painful and really hard things, and it's really hurting a lot of people. So I just want to chat about that a little bit, share kind of my heart, what's been on my heart lately, and we'll kind of see what comes out of my mouth as I speak forth. And by the way, life is too short to be taken seriously all the time. That's something I really believe. So I try to have fun, because life should be fun. It shouldn't be a drag all the time. But anyways, so there's really been a movement towards just doing whatever it is that feels good, whatever it is that makes me happy, that makes me feel good, that makes me feel right, that makes me feel alive in the moment. And it's a really self-centered, it's a really like individualistic centered belief system where it's all about me and what I want. And obviously we do need to take care of ourselves. Like you use the analogy when you go on an airplane, they tell you put on your oxygen mask first before you help others, because if you're not wearing yours, you can't help anyone, you're gonna die. So that's 100% true, and you gotta take care of yourself. But it's gone to the extreme where it's become all about me and my little world. And it's led to a lot of pain, a lot of depression, suicidal thoughts. Just a lot of really bad, dark feelings. It's led to disconnection and loneliness. There's so many people, especially younger people, who are feeling so lonely and disconnected because they've been taught to make their lives all about them. Just make it all about what feels good, what feels right, what makes you feel good, what makes you... yeah. And it's led to a lot of loneliness. And it's actually an epidemic. It's really bad. You can look pretty much anywhere and you will find it. And so I would say that that's not working. From what I've seen, it's not working. That you get maybe a little temporary high from that, but in the long term, it results in just suck, super unhealthy. And so then, switching over to the other side of that is living based on truth. Like, what's your moral compass? What's our moral compass? What's guiding us? What's our foundation built on? Because feelings change, and they're always going to change, and so that's not always something that we can rely on. Now, yes, follow your heart. I believe living disconnected from our hearts is doing pretty much just about as much damage as this other thing of completely following every mood swing, every different mixed emotion, and just charging at that. So it's so tricky. I mean, this is a conversation that could go on for days, years, because it's so intricate, so detailed. There's so many facets, and it's not all black and white, which is unfortunate for me because I like black and white. But I'm finding more and more the world is not actually black and white. So that's necessitates change in mindset for me and for others. But yeah, living by our temporal feelings, that doesn't work. So what is? But we need to have core values. What are the few core things that I believe, and then how can I make my life line up with those core values and not line up with my feelings, because that's going to result in just being all over the map, super inconsistent. There's going to be some highs, a lot of lows, a lot of inconsistency, a lot of change. So what are the core values that I believe in? How can I be integrous in living according to those, even when it doesn't feel good? And that's a problem, because oftentimes what feels good is actually the wrong thing, is not healthy for you. And doing the right thing, having integrity, living according to a strong moral compass, is hard. It's really hard. That's why a lot of people aren't doing it, because it's hard, and it's easier to do stuff that just feels good to us. It's so much easier, and it takes grit and character to go against the grain, to go against the flow of culture, because just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's the right thing. Just because everybody's doing something does not mean it's the right thing. It does not mean it's the truth. Just because everybody's saying something does not mean it's the truth. And so we have to learn how to think for ourselves, instead of letting the media and politicians do our thinking for us. It's so critical. I know for me, 2 years ago, I didn't know how to think for myself. I let culture around me think for me. I let my family, my friends, I let them decide what I believe. And that was pretty miserable. And now I think I have a lot better grasp on that. I know what I believe, at least my core values. I'm still sorting some things out. Obviously, I'm young, but I know my core values, and I'm still learning how to think for myself. But I'm not going to let the whims of culture, of society, of the latest person in Hollywood, latest movie star, latest singer, latest star, actor, tell me what's right and what's wrong. I'm not going to let pop music dictate my core values, my beliefs. I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to form my own opinions that are not based on the whims and the fads, the temporary crap that culture is throwing at me and saying, this is what you need to believe, this is the truth. So yeah. So it often looks like tuning out what culture is saying, and kind of going, okay, that's not gonna work for me. I'm gonna form my beliefs. I'm gonna surround myself with people that I trust more than myself. I'm gonna let them speak into my life. I'm gonna give them permission to correct me if they see me living or thinking something wrong or just plain stupid. So I think that a lot of that's what's missing. People, they get these notions, these feelings when they're alone, and they follow them, and they don't surround themselves with mentors, with peers that have good values, have a good belief system, have a good moral compass, and they don't let them speak into their lives. Because when you let people speak into your lives and correct you, that hurts. That hurts a lot. I remember just a couple days ago, I was with a friend and I opened up to him about my process and some things I was going through and some struggles I was having, and he, in a very loving way, confronted me. He was like, "Hey, stop being stupid." He didn't actually say that, and that hurt. But you know what? I was so thankful for it. So thankful for it, because that stuff is going to save me from a lot of pain later on. Just that feedback, that constructive criticism, like, hey, that thing that you're doing is not healthy for you. It's going to hurt you, and you should stop that. And I just so value that. I think a lot of that feedback is missing, and especially from older people, from the generation before us, even 2 generations, like grandparents and all of that. I think it's so important that we have a dialogue, a back and forth dialogue. It's not just me in a silo, in a vacuum. It's not just me and my my friends who all think like me. It's not a me against the world, because that system doesn't work. It creates weird things, weird beliefs. It leads to just really weird stuff. And if I would say anything to myself from a couple years ago, like if I was talking to my 18-year-old self, I'd say, find older people that are a lot wiser than you, and be ridiculously vulnerable with them about your life, about your beliefs, about your thinking, what you're doing. Because I would have saved some trouble if I would have done that. Because we can't always trust ourselves. And going back to this thing I was talking about earlier, about this whole concept of me, it's selfish, this humanistic thing. It's not all about me. It never has been, and never will be. There's people out there that need me. They need my help. They need my love. They need my voice. They need the gift that I have been given. There's something placed inside me and placed inside of you that other people need. And if I don't show up, if I don't get through my crap, if I don't get in community, the world is never going to get that thing, that gift from me. And everybody misses out when I do that, when I'm selfish. And yeah, this thing, it's not all about me. It's never been about me. I'm not, like, there's this dichotomy of, I'm not that great. I'm not such a big deal. And the other truth is, and these are both true at the same time, is that I am super awesome. I'm so lovable. I'm so cool. I am worthy of love. I'm worthy of love. And you balance those two truths in tension, and they're both true. They don't counteract each other. But it's like, yeah, I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I speak that over myself. I fully believe it. And that enables me to go out and serve. That enables me to go out and give that love to other people. So, yes, it starts with me, but I think we need to get out of our freaking heads, out of our minds, and just go out and help other people. Serve, help, go volunteer somewhere. Get out of our own little world, this little bubble. A lot of people, millennials and the younger generation, they're stuck in this little bubble of, it's all about me, and it's not. Yes, you matter, but so does everyone else. It's not all about me. We're all in this together. We're all doing something together. We're all moving forward together. And if I keep stuck in the belief that it's all about me, that me, blah, 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 that only I matter, only my voice matters, I need love, blah, 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 love me, pay attention, that's going to lead to a miserable and lonely, exhausting life. My relationships are going to be unfulfilling. Suck. Oh, man. So, on a lighter note, I've been pretty brutally honest with you guys. Because we need truth, and I try to live my life based on truth. I try not to speak anything that isn't built on top of truth, and I hope that's what I'm giving to you today. And if it hurts, that's awesome. If it's offensive, that's really good. Yeah, because truth cuts, but truth will set you free. And truth isn't objective. Truth isn't relative. But the truth will set you free. I think I'm going to end it there. 16 minutes of rambling. I didn't use any notes. That's just kind of my raw, my puking into your ears. I hope you enjoyed that ear puke. That's a new word. I'm going to pad that. Don't steal it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, take a screenshot right now. Share it to your Instagram stories or your Facebook feed. Tag me and just tell your friends about it. Would love if you bring your friends along for the ride, because we are going somewhere with this. It's going to be really, really good. So, love you guys a lot. Remember, you matter. Others matter. Love well. Okay. Peace out. Thanks for listening to the podcast today. I would love if you would leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcasting platform, as it really does help the show out. You can find me on Instagram at Japheth Mast, that's spelled JAPHETHMAST, or my website, japhethmast.com. Have an amazing week, and don't forget, make life awesome.